For this game against the high-flying Los Angeles Clippers, starting point guard Mario Chalmers and his backup Norris Cole are injured. That means it's up to LeBron to channel his inner Magic Johnson and run point for the night.
We're going to miss Rio and Norris, but I'm used to creating for my teammates. We just have to step up our games and do the best we can do while they're out.
Both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead, and it's almost that time. Welcome to Miami, Florida, here at the American Airlines Arena. Joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan.
And the visiting Los Angeles Clippers team led by perhaps the best point guard in the game, Chris Paul.
I love him. And for the Heat, some injuries at point guard. We'll see LeBron James handling the ball.
And Kevin, it's not that big of a departure for him. He's always been a distributor in this offense.
And the Clippers starting five. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. And for the Heat, Haslam and Bosh up front. D-Wade the 2 with Ray Allen at the 3. And it's LeBron in at the 1 spot.
And we'll see how Eric Spoelstra manages his rotation with the Heat tonight. When you have players out of action, the guys further down the bench have to step up. But then, of course, that changes your bench rotation as well. So a big challenge here for the Heat.
The shot by Wade from out on the wing. He knocks it down. Wade's got the first points up on the board here for the Heat.
And the wonderful connection between LeBron and Dwayne Wade. I'll tell you what, they play off each other so much better than they did when they first got together.
Now here's Paul. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Oh, you look at the roster for the Heat. LeBron is their best playmaker. Clark, who do you think will run their offense when he sits down?
I think you'd have to go with Dwayne Wade. I mean, he also is a good passer. He's got a career average of over 6 assists per game.
Here's Bosh. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit.
Put in a lot of good work on the boards. That helped him, too.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Nuggets.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. The guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
Here's Los Angeles now. 6-point game. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. They weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking. No ball movement. Very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And one other thing, I like his vision when he's posting up. Being able to score down there is just part of being an effective post player. You got to punish him for doubling up on you, too.
Just 5 to shoot. Wade misses.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Allen. LeBron kicks to Bosh. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Bosh has got his second bucket.
Boy, look at that passing from LeBron James. Just making it look so easy.
Incredible court vision, Steve. He sees 2 or 3 frames ahead. He's keeping that offense humming.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver. Redick for 3. No luck. Now the Heat take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
So often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Clippers trailed by 9. Paul outside. Redick, and there's the pass to Griffin. Haslam's there. And there's the call on Udonis Haslem. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Now here's Paul, averaging 13 points a contest. 6 on the shot clock. Fires at the elbow. Gets it to go. Paul's got his first points of the game.
And CP3 taking advantage of his superior quickness there to slice his way inside.
And Steve, that's where the Heat miss having their smaller guards right now, trying to slow him down.
An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
So it's the Clippers now. After the Heat pick up 2. He passes to Barnes. Back to Paul. There's the feed to Griffin. Pass to Barnes. Paul outside. From deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. While we have a quick chance here, let's now take a look at some point guards who have been dead on target from the floor over the course of the past 10 games. LeBron James, number 1.
Well, he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field for him.
And those shots aren't all coming from 10 feet and in. I mean, he's taking legitimate shots. I mean, it might seem like it because of his percentage that he's in close, but he's putting up those numbers from outside.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, you know, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
Now here's Crawford, averaging 10 points per contest. And that one's good.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Well, Heat leading by 9.
Well, they had a pretty good grasp with the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
Pass to Barnes. Back to Collison. Feeds to Barnes. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Fades back. Collison, no good.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
It's LeBron with the drive. LeBron left side. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, it's an almost impossible task guarding him. He's so strong and quick. LeBron is like a locomotive bearing down. You see why teams have to give hard fouls to stop him, because a little bit of contact just is not going to be enough to stop him.
Hey, Steve, a lot of contact isn't enough to stop the freight train LeBron James. I mean, he draws so much attention defensively, but what makes him special is how he can punish a defense for overcommitting, because I think his greatest attribute amongst all of his great attributes is his passing ability.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
They built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Collison against LeBron. Barnes kicks to Dudley. Gets it to go. LeBron with it. 29 points for him last game against Detroit.
And no question, you look at his assist totals, I mean, they tell you what a nice job he was doing, really spreading that ball around.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Heat out front, they lead.
Coming up next Monday night, February 10th. Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets go up against Paul George and the Indiana Pacers. Live from Indianapolis. Don't miss out.
Welcome back to Miami, Florida, as we continue with the Heat and the Clippers.
of the most athletic and exciting teams in the league. Fun to watch these guys.
Baseline to baseline basketball.
Yeah, you can count on some highlights every time they hit the floor. And as usual, LeBron will...
Oh! How about that basketball fan? Wow.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Pulling out the wings, Wade and Battier. Lewis is out there with Joel Anthony. And it's LeBron in at the point guard position. Anthony can't hit.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
LeBron with the block. But they'll get another chance. Dudley the pass to Barnes. He kicks it to Dudley. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to Barnes. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Bullock. Makes it off the glass. Bullock's got his first basket of the night. The Heat leading by 11. Lewis sets the pick for LeBron. Puts the lead pass in front of him. It's taken away by Collison. LeBron with the block. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And a chance here to see where the Clippers sit in the NBA statistically right now. First in assists, 7th in steals, and they're in the top half of the league in scoring as well. Not too shabby.
Yeah, and the one thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all these stats, Clark, is the assists. And this is a team that has been very unselfish. They're sharing the ball, they're moving, they're really getting a good flow to their offense. And as a result, they're finding pretty high percentage shots almost every possession.
And that one's good, Griffin. The Heat shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. LeBron kicks to Battier. Back to LeBron. Defended by Paul. No block shot. The shot by LeBron, no good. Clippers trail by 10. The 3 from Dudley. Ray Allen grabs the board. Here's Haslam. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And the Clippers call time here. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. The Clippers, number 1.
And the beauty of watching this club is seeing the ball move the way it does. This is a very unselfish basketball team.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers. There's the lob to the hoop, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above.
Knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. LeBron dishes to Haslam, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Heat.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Battier fires. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And you've got to respect his willingness to give up his body. Step in, absorb the contact, and put his body on the line to draw charge. That's definitely one of his specialties.
The Heat leading by 16. The drive by LeBron. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Familiar story. LeBron just too big and too strong right there.
Yeah, that's exactly where the matchup plays out in his favor. They're not stopping that.
Paul kicks to Griffin to end the run. Off the left rim and out.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic. He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Really left alone that time.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And checking out the Clippers, they have a lot of ground to make up.
You know, I think for the Clippers, their season hasn't been great and it hasn't been terrible. It's been fairly pedestrian. A few times it's looked like they're about to turn the corner, but they just haven't been able to sustain that winning momentum.
And I'm not quite sure why that is, because I think they've got the talent to be among the league leaders, but it looks to me like it's not going to happen for them this year.
Battier's shot good.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Ball outside. Griffin passes it to Bullock. Clippers moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Paul for 3. The Clippers rebound. Here's Griffin. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
LeBron passes to Allen. LeBron kicks to Battier for the 3. Battier missing again. Clippers trailed by 21. There's the pass to Bullock. The 3, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. LeBron drives in, gets it to go. LeBron's got 9 points.
They didn't get off to much of a start early on, but seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
Griffin.
What a throwdown there, man.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Heat lead by 18. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Good evening out there, and welcome to 2K Sports. Out in American Airlines Arena, it's the Heat in front against the Clippers. Great ball control offensively, the turnover differential a major advantage right now. A great performance by LeBron in the first half. He's got 9 points. He's been dynamic on both ends of the court, finding teammates, playing tough D on the other end. Not the same story, though, for the Clippers. Too many turnovers, tough to win when you're giving the ball away as easily as they have. They need to start playing smarter basketball in the second half. It's not the best start for Chris Paul. Miscue after miscue. It's a comedy of errors, but his teammates aren't laughing. That'll be all for us here at the studios as we head back to the start of the third quarter with Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris. Thanks so much for joining me.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we return to a second half of basketball between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Miami Heat.
And the Heat really looking to make this hometown crowd even more of a factor as this game continues. You know, as we look at the MVP race this season, none other than LeBron James right at the top. Surprise, surprise, right? Alongside a rejuvenated Kobe Bryant.
Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. Jordan.
Oh, look out, man.
Rim is shaking.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
I'll tell you what, the refs will give you a lot more leeway on that than they used to.
Here's LeBron. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. LeBron's got 11.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
The Heat leading by 16. LeBron gets the screen from Bosch. Haslam a screen. LeBron dishes to Haslam. Shot is off. Good D by Jordan. The Clippers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Paul. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Well, of course, we'd all like to see that free throw percentage improve. I mean, he does not have the touch in the 60s.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve. Punches it down the top.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And the Clippers call time here.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Redick passes to Griffin. Redick. LeBron with the block. The drive by Paul, and the basket good. Paul's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
LeBron against Paul. LeBron kicks to Wade. He dishes it to Haslam. He feeds it to Allen. From downtown. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Ray Allen. Clippers trail by 16. Paul with the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
He has not been on his game, and you know their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Byron Mullins comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. It's Crawford with the drive. Barnes kicks to Paul. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Griffin, Lewis covering. The turnaround. Griffin's shot is off.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And the dunk by LeBron. It's astonishing to see a player, Clark, at his position who can get to the rim like that.
Yeah, he goes very vertical on you, Kevin.
And once he's up there, you know he's going to throw it down hard.
Crawford dishes to Paul. 17-foot shot on the way. Excellent D from Wade. The Heat leading by 18. LeBron gets the screen from Anderson. LeBron passes to Wade. A three-pointer, no good. Clippers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. The dish now to Barnes. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Barnes has got his first 2 points. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. LeBron gets the screen from Anderson. LeBron kicks to Anderson. Misses from close range. Clippers trail by 16. Barnes can't get it to go. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense. A moment here now to see how the numbers stack up for Blake Griffin. 3rd in rebounding, 17th in scoring. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, he's done a nice job of creating good looks for himself.
And you talked about his place among the leaders in rebounds per game, Steve. Just about nobody matches his work ethic down in the low post.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Got a piece of it. Crawford with the steal. Mullins dishes to Collison. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. It's stolen by Allen. Wade with it, picked up by Collison. Wade drives in. And here's Crawford. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 1:11 left in the third. Shot misses. The Heat leading by 18. Wade kicks to Bosch. Stolen by Dudley. And even 3-on-3 break. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's Allen with the jam. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And something else they've excelled at is their interior defense. A lot of blocked shots for them tonight.
Jordan with the bucket.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
And Bosch backs down, leads him in there, and finished off by Anderson.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Collison, the pass to Mullins. Kicks it to Dudley. The feed to Jordan. Pass to Collison. 4 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Heat. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That sets off a 5-game tour for him.
Yeah, and you know the fans out in Utah are hoping for a win. That's a big game.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but.
Coming up next.
And as we resume, it's time for the 4th quarter of play between the Clippers and the Heat.
Neither team has backed down one bit in the first 3 quarters. Both clubs very hungry for this win.
Clippers trail by 20. We've got Allen. Shane Battier is out there at Lewis. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron in at the point. It's the group on the floor for Miami. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And here's a quick look at how the Clippers' schedule is shaping up. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand.
A lot of fans focused on that Philadelphia matchup. Big game for them.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That sends Chris Paul to the free throw line. Ray Allen picks one up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Dudley. The Heat leading by 17. It's LeBron with the drive. And the defense didn't have possession. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. Free throw good, LeBron. And both free throws good for LeBron. Here's Paul. It's a floater, and that one's good. Paul's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, there aren't many guys like him, players who can accelerate to the rim and finish with a flourish more often than not. He's been key for this team's offense, the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, you know, the offense is just moving through him, Steve, no doubt.
And Allen with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. LeBron is running. And it's Wade with the jam.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Paul against LeBron. And it's Paul penetrating. Gets it to go. Paul's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Oh, and the jam by LeBron. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Inside, deflects the pass. Stolen by Allen and stolen by Barnes. Goes back up. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The first free throw is good. And he makes the first but misses the second. The Heat leading by 20. Right side Bosch. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 16 points for Chris Bosch.
Really nice dime there from LJ to Chris Bosch. Can't forget about Bosch. I mean, he is a deadly scorer in his own right.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, coaches love him because of the hustle he's continually showing out on the floor. And I think where you really see it most is on the offensive board.
And Steve, he knows how to get himself on the highlight reel with some of those dunks, but it's not just for show with him. It's an injection of energy for his team and for the crowd. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
LeBron kicks to Wade. Wade missing again. Clippers trail by 20. Jordan with the screen on Bosch. Here's Paul. No good off the back of the rim.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Bosch sets the pick for LeBron. Back to Allen. Off the pick. Count that one.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
From 13, Paul can't get that one to fall. The Heat leading by 22. LeBron with it. He's picked up by Jordan. The drive by LeBron. Takes the 12-footer and hits. LeBron's got 6 points in the quarter.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Crawford dishes to Griffin. Battier on him. And Griffin, here we go, misses in close.
And they force the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Deflected and stolen by Jordan. 4-on-3 break. Paul kicks to Barnes. That's blocked. And they'll keep possession. There's Crawford with the 3. Here's Jordan. And at last, they get one to fall.
Are you sensing or feeling a theme here, fellas? I mean, they're taking it straight to the bucket every time down.
And why not? And that's 8 straight points in the paint for this team. They're making this a very physical battle.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to LeBron. Pass to Lewis. Fires for 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Collison kicks to Griffin. And he lays in the alley-oop.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree.
Oh,
look out.
No. Wow. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Pass to Bullock. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
You know, severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Heat have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. LeBron's shot is good.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Collison with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Shoots from 14. Here's Dudley. Rejected by Anderson. LeBron outside. Anthony defended by Mullins. LeBron gets the screen from Anthony. And they double him up with LeBron. That's good.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Collison, the pass to Griffin. Working on Anderson. The 10-footer. A nice shot by Griffin. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Anthony with the screen on Collison. The drive by LeBron. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's good from Anthony. And both free throws good for Anthony. The Clippers shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Collison against LeBron. Collison dishes to Dudley. He passes it to Griffin. No good with the layup.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin.
They did a good job of overcoming the injuries, still finding a way to get it done. That's impressive.
Well, when you have the talent that this team does, you can weather some of those bumps in the road, no question about it.
Good point, Clark. We've enjoyed bringing this one to you, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan.